Stories have a unique power. They captivate our imagination. They transport us to different times and places. Most importantly, stories teach us. They show us what it means to be human. The Bible is full of such stories. These stories have shaped cultures for centuries. They continue to inspire us today. The Bible is a source of truth and wisdom. It tells the story of God's love for humanity. From Genesis to Revelation, we encounter fascinating characters. We learn about their struggles and triumphs. We discover God's plan for the world. The Bible's stories are more than ancient history. They are timeless. They speak to the deepest longings of the human heart. They offer hope in times of despair. They encourage us to live lives of purpose and meaning. In the following sections, we will journey through 7 key biblical narratives. These stories illustrate God's power and love. They offer profound lessons for our lives today. The Christmas story is one of hope and wonder. It tells of the birth of Jesus in Bethlehem. Mary and Joseph traveled to Bethlehem. They had to go there for a census. Mary was pregnant with Jesus. King Herod felt threatened by the news of Jesus' birth. He ordered the killing of baby boys in Bethlehem. An angel warned Joseph. Mary and Joseph fled to Egypt with baby Jesus. They stayed there until Herod died. Jesus' birth fulfilled ancient prophecies. It marked the arrival of God's promised Messiah. Jesus would grow up to change the world. He would offer salvation and hope. Another story is about Noah. He was a righteous man. God saw that the world was filled with wickedness. He instructed Noah to build an ark. Noah was to bring his family onto the ark. He was also to gather 2 of every animal. The flood came and covered the earth. All living things outside the ark perished. After the flood, Noah, his family, and the animals left the ark. God made a covenant with Noah. He promised never to destroy the earth with a flood again. Moses is another central figure in the Bible. He led the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt. Pharaoh's daughter found baby Moses floating in a basket in the Nile River. She raised him as her own son. God chose Moses to free his people. Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt. God parted the Red Sea. This allowed the Israelites to cross to safety. God gave Moses the 10 commandments on Mount Sinai. These commandments became the foundation of God's law. Jesus began his public ministry as an adult. He chose 12 disciples to follow him. Jesus taught about God's love and forgiveness. He performed miracles, healing the sick and raising the dead. Jesus' teachings challenged the religious leaders of his day. They conspired to have him arrested and crucified. Jesus willingly offered himself as a sacrifice for the sins of humanity. His death on the cross is the ultimate act of love. But the story doesn't end there. 3 days after his crucifixion, Jesus rose from the dead. His resurrection is a testament to his divine power. It offers hope for eternal life to all who believe in him. The story of Adam and Eve teaches us about choice and consequence. God created Adam and Eve and placed them in the Garden of Eden. He gave them one command, not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Tempted by the serpent, Adam and Eve disobeyed God. Their disobedience had dire consequences. They were banished from the garden. Sin and death entered the world. The story of Adam and Eve reminds us that our choices have consequences. The story of David and Goliath is a story of courage and faith. Goliath was a giant of a man. He challenged the Israelites to a fight. Young David, a shepherd, stepped forward to face him. David trusted in God's power. He defeated Goliath with a single stone from his slingshot. David's victory over Goliath teaches us that with faith, even the impossible is possible. These 7 stories, along with countless others in the Bible, offer us guidance and inspiration. They teach us about God's character. They reveal his love, justice, mercy, and faithfulness. The Bible's stories have shaped art, literature, and culture for centuries. They continue to resonate with people from all walks of life. They offer hope in times of darkness. They inspire us to live lives of purpose and meaning. As we engage with these stories, may we be transformed by their message of hope and redemption. May we find strength and guidance for our own life journeys.